Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Theresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing my weekend pick-a-pile. And this week I have 4 piles. Alright, now these are the random items that I've been called to use for this week's reading. So I have my Trilobite here. This is a real fossil. It's broken, so I keep it on a tray. See, it's broken. Alright. Little Precambrian action there, okay. I have an Icosahedron, which incidentally is from Categories. And I have... I feel like I need more light. I'm gonna open this. I need Aziz light. Much better, thank you, Aziz. Okay. Of course, now the other stuff is in the dark. Oh, it's never gonna be perfect, is it? I think it was better before. Yeah, that's a little better anyway. It's having technical issues here. Hold on. Ow, that hurt. Okay. Just gonna restart this. Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Theresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing my weekend pick-a-pile, and this week I've got 4 piles. I have a rather thick stack here with my Trilobite fossil. Little Precambrian action there for you, unless I'm very much mistaken. I have an Icosahedron. This one is actually from Categories. And this pile we have the animals, one of each animal from Parcheesi. Now it's interesting because they're kind of like the world card. I've got a tiger here. It could be Leo. I have a Taurian creature here of some sort. I have an elephant here, which I think would do a good job representing Aquarius. And we have a camel here with its serpentine head here, which would do a good job of representing Scorpio. So we have the world or the wheel operating. We have a long-ass time over here. We have options, confusion, scatterbrainedness over here. And on this last pile we have Galadriel remaining Galadriel. I know it's hard to see her because she's small, but it's like a... There. Okay. So, incidentally from the Lord of the Rings Monopoly, in case anybody was wondering. So we might have somebody here hoarding, or perhaps some kind of ethereal stuff going on. I find that the piles usually relate to the objects that I end up sticking on them. I have all kinds of random shit, so hopefully every week they'll be different. I haven't even finished going through the figurines on my pony shelf yet, so it should be an adventure in randomness every week. I haven't even gotten to my bookshelf yet. I got all kinds of crap on there. Alright. So, I think I might do that long one last. I feel like I've gotten more done. So we'll put that over here. Long rest. There, we're gonna start with the animals. Clearing the area here. Okay, so it's about as close as I can get with that guy. Focus. There we go, okay. Alright, what do we got here? Faith, number 5. So that's the Hierophant in this deck. The beam of light here. It reminds me of the shaft of light on the Brain Salad Surgery album cover. Although that... Fun fact though, the shaft of light on the album cover Brain Salad Surgery was actually an airbrushed penis, so take that as it resonates. We have the Moon, number 37. It's inverted. Lunar eclipse. The sun, the new break of day, or the new moon itself. I just heard the moon in retrograde, but I don't know if the moon retrogrades. Oh, unless something's retrograding in Cancer, maybe. Although I do not know. I think the node's supposed to flip, right? Cancer is the north node. Divine Justice. 11, inverted. I'm going to just flip this over so you can see it with a very fine nebula behind it. The Eye of God nebula there. I had like at the same time Blind Justice and then ripping the band-aid off. 11, 10, 5. Huh. And then a 1, so we have 11, 11. Ace of Flames. Four of Chalices. So that's 4 of Cups. That over. Oops. I have to readjust this because I need more rib. Ace of Flames. 4, 5, 10, 11. And what's this other card here? The Age of Light. Oh, see? I said Shaft of Light, and now we have Age of Light. What is that? I can't read that through there. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Okay, so put this down here. Pull back a little bit if I can. No. Have to pull forward a little bit. Okay. I'm at a weird angle here, and my camera only focuses so far. Plus, these cards are huge. I gotta blow my nose. Hold on. Okay, so what do we got here? 4 of Chalices. Something retrograde in Cancer. And then the moon in Cancer. So this actually goes together. 37 and 4. See this as 7 and 3 trying to get 7 and 4 to get to that 11. There we go. Okay. This is Taurus. So that's some kind of grounding force. Faith. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Put the 1 and the 11 next to each other. Okay. Shaft of Light, Age of Light, Pillar of Light, taking off the band-aid, opening up your eyes. Okay, we're getting there. Taurus, Moon, Cancer, Moon, Cancer. Daylight coming, we want to go home. Summer. Taurus is ruled by... Where the hell is the other sheet? Oh, it's in my hand. Oh! So Taurus is ruled by Venus. And Libra is ruled by Venus. Now, Venus just moved somewhere, but I don't know where. Venus is ruled by Taurus. Oh, I just heard the Summer of Love. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So now that these cards are in the right order, let me figure out what's going on here. Okay, so we have... Wait a minute. What is the... Oh, okay, so let me see 11 again. Okay, okay. So Taurus and Libra are both Venus, okay. What's here? Can't see the forest for the trees. Okay. So here's Taurus. And here's the fire. Now, I don't see any Scorpio or Aquarius energy here, but that's fine. I mean, we do have air. And we do have fire. Oh, Scorpio's water. Okay, so that goes over here. Okay. Alright. I got it. I got it now. So I just heard like earth, wind, and fire in the back of my head. Why is that? I must be moving it with my... Okay. Alright. Let's see that. Put it on the fire. Okay. The... Whoever has picked this pile, we've just come through this Scorpio moon. Oh, I didn't even realize I put that on there. Okay. So we've just come through this Scorpio full moon. We're heading into a place where it's like the day currently the day after. It was on the 7th. And then we have 4 and 3. That's another 7. So we have this idea of struggling to achieve a balance in things that have been unsatisfying heretofore. Dealing with shadow work, the darker part of the psyche, things that you usually try to avoid but need to achieve this transformation and balance with. Now, the suggestion here is that you've been bound to the earth to get to where you're going now. It's a soul journey where you have to keep trusting in your higher self that you're making progress even though it feels like everything sucks. And it feels like it's not fair. But the idea is that you have to you're still trying to balance things because it's like, this isn't right. What am I not seeing? But it's, at some point you have to pull the Band-Aid off and let all this stuff ooze out. And it's only at that point that you can achieve this clearing of essentially the solar plexus. It's that, like, knowing who you are, confidence, internal directive to know what your life purpose is. And here it says you've been training for this for lifetime. So all you have to do really is, like, believe in yourself that you're actually doing anything, that something's happening, that it's supposed to happen that way. And then you'll have access to essentially who you are, your life purpose, the strength and inclination to move forward. We do have this general idea of the world and the wheel, which is movement and understanding your place in the world. That sort of luck, right time, right place energy. And if with an 11 present and an 11 present, it's saying, yes, it is the right time. Do it, do it, do it. Do it now. You can do it. All right, so let's get on to the next pile. To the menagerie over here. There's got critters. I don't want them lying down. Carefully place them in a little line here. Okay, where am I going? Galadriel. See if I can focus this in so people can actually see her. I think that's about as good as she's gonna get. Right about there. I think these are pewter. It's got like a patina on it, but it is about 15 years old. So might be like 18 years old actually. I don't know what time is. Okay. Oh no, that's worse. Okay. Get back to the end of the pile and put her back over here. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Oh, I didn't say what the decks were that I was using. God damn it, I'll have to do that at the end. Justice, which came out in the animals section. The tower inverted. Alright, so we've got tower light. Fewer galleries tower. That's number 16. 11 and 16. The Tree of Wands. Three Amigos. Did you ever see that movie? It's really stupid. I haven't seen it in a long time. I don't remember it. Also the... Why is that blurry now? What the frig? My eternal problem. Okay, so Three of Cups inverted. Three of Wands. I just heard I'm coming up, so you better get the party started. Nine of Flames. Okay, so we've got some... 3 times 3 is 9, so those definitely go there. Nine of Flames inverted. Yeah, we're not waiting around. We're gonna get it going. And Warrior Woman. Have you... Oh my god, my head. Okay, have you answered your deepest calling? So we're gonna put her with the Justice card. Gal Gadot over here. Alright, let me see what these other things are doing. The tower. So this is Mars energy with fire. Something just happened with Mars, but I don't know. Is it Venus going into Mars? I don't know. Something just happened with Mars astrologically. Three of Wands. Sun in Aries. So we do have fire here. 9 of flames. The moon in Sagittarius. Oh, that's so weird. The sun and the moon together, so that's masculine and feminine energy. 9 is the moon. Okay. So the masculine energy is backing down on Mercury in Cancer, so that's moon energy. The Mercury and the sun next to each other. In Aries. The Aries is ruled by Mars. And then we have the feminine energy at the 9 of flames, the moon in Sagittarius. The Sagittarius looks like the symbol for Mars, so I feel like that's related as well. So those are kind of in the right place, all those cards. Justice is Libra, the air, speaking to this 3 of Cups inverted. Okay. I kind of feel like the feminine energy is telling the masculine energy to stop fucking around. Like, you've had your fun. I'm tired of waiting for you. And the Tower is coming in for this masculine energy, but I wasn't even paying attention at the time. I lost my time. Let me try to focus this a little bit more. Okay. Alright, so as I was saying, I feel like the feminine energy is telling the masculine energy to stop fucking around, and this Tower is coming in for him specifically based on putting down partying, distractions, drinking, drugging, literally fucking around. Anything that's keeping him from having this forward look for the future. Now, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship because there's no love going on here at all. It could even just be like an internal thing, like your inner masculine, or if you're masculine, your inner feminine is giving you this hard love, nurturing type kick in the ass, saying you need to cut the shit. Justice here, 11, that's timing. It's time to get a move on. Now I see Tower, that's 7. So that could be the Chariot, but it's inverted. So 9, 7, 16 inverted again. Movement. Yeah, it's kind of like taking the Tower by force. It's saying that your actions are going to cause you problem, so you're being handed you're being handed this judgment, but it's not coming in naturally at the number 20. It's coming in at the mid mark at 11, saying that we don't have time for what you're doing. You need to get into your soul space and start looking at who you really are, instead of messing around like you've got all the time in the world to rely on these base things. Right, Mercury in Cancer, that's that's like schmoozing and glossing over the dark side of things. It's like stuffing more skeletons in the closet instead of cleaning it out. This is, you know, illumination. But it's not, it's I think it's coming from the Scorpio full moon, actually. Because we have moon energy here, and we have this, you know, it's warrior woman is saying the feminine energy is acting on this Martian energy, right? The feminine energy is using a masculine vibe to get through to the masculine that he has to. I just heard adjudicate. You don't get a free pass to hang out in the hangman energy until you level up to what's been going on. Now, again, this isn't saying that if you're a masculine person that you're bad or something like that. It's saying you're given a call to maturity. And even if you are a feminine, you could be having some inner masculine behaviors that are like this. I mean, when you go out, do you go out and party hard and aggressively? Maybe you're being told to stop doing that because it's making you stagnate. So in that respect, you are given. I mean, and actually, this Justice card is coming in with the Tower inverted, which is, again, it's like Tower Light. It's like, we're not going to bomb your whole foundation. We're going to take it down wall by wall so you see what's happening, but you're not going to be able to do anything about it. You're just being given a warning. Like, this is coming down, so you better move instead of, you know, see if you can fly. I had a sip of water before doing the Icosahedron. Alright, so there was a card under the table, but it's a piece of foam. Okay. Be there or be square. Okay. We have 9 of coins, so 9 of pentacles inverted. Let me just throw this upright for a second. Hey, lady. Or bird of paradise. 10 of cups inverted. Those actually came out together. This is Mars in Pisces. I just had interesting. I just had Mars energy and Cancer energy in the Galadriel section. I feel like that might be related. So we have 9 pentacles and 10 cups inverted. That's 19. That's generally the opposite of the sun already. So again, moon energy acting, and then we have its nearby cousin, the water element, here as well. 9 of coins. 9 of pentacles. Mercury and Virgo. So this is earth energy here. And then water. Water everywhere. Little steam bath going on. Venus. That could be air as well. Air. Okay. Here's some more air. 6 of Swords. So in this deck it's science. Mercury and Aquarius. We have air. Mercury. The other planet that's ruled by Mercury. Oh, it's Virgo again. Okay. So it's Virgo with air in it. 42, the Rainmaker. So 42, the answer to everything. And then we have a number 6 here as well. We could have the Emperor and the High Priestess, or the Lovers with this healing energy. I said steam bath here, so let's put the Rainmaker with the 10 of Cups. Put that there. That's a Tower moment. Tower, Tower, Devil, Devil. The Gatherer inverted, so that's 21. That's a 3. Or the High Priestess and the Magician. Okay. The Garden. Picking all the plants so they don't grow back. Ace of Pentacles inverted. Okay. So that's... Oh, Gathering in the fall. Okay. The portal is closing. Disappear a little bit. I will zoom back in on that once I... Okay, so we have the Star inverted. So that's Aquarius. Which is ruled by Uranus. But that's air as well, so we'll just stick this here for now. 17 is an 8. And strength. War, 8 of Swords inverted. Page of Pentacles inverted with this inverted ace here. And the 3 of Chalices inverted, which came out, 3 of Cups inverted was in the Galadriel reading over here. Party's over. Oh, I just heard also War is over, Unknown Soldier from the Doors. What was this one again? I just had it. Mercury in Cancer. Okay, so there's that moon energy. So we have Mercury in Aquarius, Mercury in Cancer. Oh, come on, you bastard. Get in there. Oh, okay, alright. So 3 times 2, that's 6. So we have a doubling here. 8, 9. Oh, okay. 8, 9, 10. 6 is 3. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So this is a 3 here. And Gathering is a Poor Harvest. Got 10, 8, 9, 10. And then this is going the wrong way. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. All right. Oh, I keep forgetting I don't have any more table there. Okay. The Rainmaker. My battery's gonna go pretty soon. Every friggin' time, I swear to God. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna go until it craps out, which will probably be in like 2 seconds. Okay. We have this addictive, distractive, partying, drinking, drugging, socializing to avoid thinking about what's really going on in life. We have, again, like overindulging, because we have the Gathering is taking what you need. It's like preparing and being in tune with the earth while you're doing it. But when it's inverted, it's too much. This Rainmaker here is a call to work with the earth. It's to bring that core healing energy that's, it's like washing out, it's like washing through yourself with this cleansing emotional content, but it's also co-creating with the earth to nurture it. Where here it's taking from the earth in an overindulging way. It's like drying it out, we're using it up, and here it's saying you have to give back. This doubling here of the 3 to the 6 is saying you have to be, you do need to have some practicality. You can't just take. But it's also moving away from stuff that doesn't work anymore. It's like perceptive maturity. It's it's kind of like that thing where it's like, when I became a man, I put away childish things. But I don't want it to come across like that. It's like saying my brain has more wrinkles in it now, and the way that I think is more finely tuned. It's like when you get static on a TV and you're turning the dial. Here, let me. Right? Like, this is how I used to think. But now that I've experienced stuff, this is how I think now. Everything is clear and in a network and has its place. Science, bitches. Oh, I just heard the door into summer. That's the monkeys. Now, we're still experiencing this feeling of the fall. As I get this idea of the 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold from it. It's like you're not granted a fresh new start yet. Like, access denied, your wish is not being granted. But the idea is that you still have to free yourself from the previous thoughts, even though you've already entered into a more refined way of perceiving. Things that you used to want aren't going to satisfy at this point. You know, I used to want a Lamborghini and a yacht and $40 million and a closet full of, couture. But once your thinking is refined, it's like, well, I just want a vehicle that gets me there, that's, decent looking, that's not gonna hurt the environment more than it has to. I want clothes that are well made and in style for a long time. I want, a house that fulfills my needs, but it doesn't have to be a mansion that needs 40 people to keep it up. That kind of stuff. And I'm only saying that because there's so many pentacles here that it's like a material thing. It doesn't have to be like that. It could be like, I used to want a family, but now I realize that I never really wanted to have kids. Like, I just thought I had to. We get to the 9 here, and we have this. There isn't a lot of beauty because there's this stark reality. And it's not to say that there's nothing coming in. It's also this idea of inversion of the single ladies. So it's almost like saying, now that you're opening yourself to a newer reality, there's going to be there's a grounding in which you're going to be able to relate to other people who have gotten to that point of putting down roots in the earth in a way that gives them stability. But we're not seeing this strength. Like I can't do it all by myself. Whereas here it's like I'm gonna socialize and party, but here it's like understanding that relations with other people have some kind of meaning. And this Ten of Cups just points out that aggressive behavior without any deep emotional content leads to unhappiness. So Page of Pentacles is usually, well, the Knight of Pentacles is usually the slow knight. And I think this page here is trying to jump the gun a little bit. Little Beatles, Mother Superior, jump the gun. Happiness is a warm gun. So it's like overshooting your new goals a little bit. It's like slow down with this new concept. You need to sit in it a little bit until you feel more confident in understanding what you're trying to do now. And we see here a little bit of Hanged Man energy. So you do need to sit in this new concept a little bit. And I would suggest nature, going out in nature, trying to ground, meditation, just to get a feel for how that energy is. All right, batteries changed, and I started a new section. So, like I was saying, just this icosahedron. It's like many distractions, a lot of stuff, different, like everyone that you come in contact with is two-faced. And by the time you get where you're going, there's 40 faces, well, there's 20 faces following you around, and you don't know which one is real. And that's what leads to this unhappiness and the shifting of dreams, you know? My dreams aren't coming true, and essentially like living in a nightmare where you're taking and taking and taking, but you never have enough. And this here, what hangs in the balance is giving yourself time to hang out long enough and ground yourself, meditate, work on your inner self, heal yourself until all of those faces contract to a single point. It's like it's a much milder version of, was this one the one with the queen in it? Yeah. It's like a much milder version of the Galadriel pile. That one was saying, that one was more like, cut the shit, and this one is more like, realizing that your past isn't giving you any abundance or clarity. So this is more like an internally driven thing where it's like the earth itself is calling you, or your body. Like you might be having ailments, right? Your body might be making you sick until you listen to it and realize that the issue is, I mean, clearly if you're taking too many substances, I would think that your body would be eager to be sick to tell you there's a problem, but it could just be, you know, it could be anything in that realm, whereas the Galadriel pile was more like a psychic dictate. That one is gentler because it's coming from a more nurturing energy instead of a you have to do it by this time now. This one is saying take your time, you have the whole summer to work it out. So we're gonna get into this giant huge stack of cards. Well, it's not that giant, but there's a lot of cards here in the Trilobite pile. I need water again. What we got here? On the broken side. Okay. Hanged Man. I was just coming off of some Hanged Man energy on the Icosahedron pile. Number 12. Oh, I didn't even say what he was. Water and Neptune. Okay. 5 of Orbs. 5 of Swords energy. Head games. Venus and Aquarius. I've been getting a fair amount of Venus energy today. Seeker of Crystals. Okay, so that's the Page of Pentacles inverted, which was actively in the Icosahedron piles. Page of Pentacles. Spring with Earth and Earth. Okay. So we're trying to get some grounding here. Deep replenishment, rest, retreat, and be held. So that's that grounding right there. No, wait, postpone, pause, say no. That's... Let me repeat myself here. What have we got here? King of Rods. Okay. The Hangman with the rest pile here. So we got 11, and then we got 12, and then we got 14. So, King of Wands in balance. We have Cancer and Leo energy with fire. Okay, so we have water, and then we have Cancer. Okay. What was that again? Venus and Aquarius. Okay, so there's... Okay. Earth. Venus, Earth, okay. The Tower inverted, which came out, I think, in the first one. Am I mistaken? Oh, no, it didn't. It came out in the Galadriel pile. Yeah, Tower inverted came out with Galadriel. Okay, so we have 16, 12, 14, 16. 11, 12, 14, 16. 11 and 5 is the Tower. Okay. That's what's holding everything up. Okay. Tower is fire with Mars energy. Okay. Leo and Aquarius, Cancer. The Fool inverted. That's air with Uranus. Orbs, okay. I can't remember what that is. Aquarius and Uranus. Where is it? Ah, okay. Fool is... Uranus. Oh, it is Aquarius. Okay. So we have Aquarian energy here. 10 of Wands. Oppression. Saturn in Sagittarius. 5, and then 10, 12, 14. 11 that way. These are backwards. I'll move those in a minute. Oh, my retinas. 8 of Wands, swiftness. We have 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Mercury in Sagittarius. Okay, so we have... Why do I always... Mercury. Gemini. Okay, that's why, because it's also air. And Libra. Secret crystals. Swift oppression. Why is the King of Wands upright, though? So if I see swift oppression, I would think that he would be inverted. 18, the Earth Keeper, inverted. So that's a 9. So 8, 9, 10. That's so weird. Okay. We do have a Saturn, which is the Earth. Capricorn. Okay, I think this is roughly where it needs to be. I feel like this message is actually really similar to what I've already got. I'm going to push this back so I can get this whole spread in here. I'm getting like clue by 4. The Earth Keeper is someone who's like a steward of the earth. And I also see this moon inverted energy. It's like we've just come out of that Scorpio moon, but I don't see any Scorpio in here. But we do have moon energy inverted. It's like, I just heard scorched earth. They have the Tower here. The roof is on fire. I think I need to go backwards in this. I almost feel like the King of Wands is... Oh. Okay. So, I feel like these readings today are all the same, but they're coming from different elements. This is like water. Water, air, earth, and fire. Okay. Yeah, I feel like the animals were water. I feel like Galadriel was air. I feel like the Icosahedron was earth. And now I feel like this is fire. It's a directive that's basically telling people the same thing. So I guess it all depends on which pile you picked. Now the King of Rods here is like your inner masculine or your regular masculine self, whichever one you have. The masculine energy within you coming from the, let me see, hold on. Yeah, coming from more from the sacral chakra, but also reeling in energy from the heart and from the solar plexus. This masculine energy is actually in balance, but it's giving you this directive that something needs to change. You have not been acting in balance with the earth and its general harmonies. Like, there's a way that you've been abusive towards the earth. Now, you could have been physically abusive to yourself, not taking care of your body, letting things go, not taking time to rest, to heal yourself when you need to, filling yourself full of coffee and sugary energy drinks to keep going. But we get to a point where the body, Saturn energy, fights back. And here I see a lot of acid reflux, of this tension in the chest and the gut from stress not being dealt with in a grounded way that keeps your physical body in order and in tune with the physical world, right? You're co-creating with the universe. Why is that not focusing? It's like too much crap on here. This is like the tears of a clown when there's no one around. Like sort of nightmarish. But here it's I just heard quick switch. This looks like some weird kind of power station. Now we do have 3 power plants within the body, like three electrical grids. And here it's like I'm actually seeing all 3 of them. It's like the brain, the heart, and the gut, that you have these 3 power stations in the body. And the power grid wants to be aligned, and it wants it to happen fast. But you keep telling yourself that you don't need to stop and rest and fix what's going on in your body. This sort of toxic, always tired, always running on empty, using up the resources of the earth. And here the earth is actually just you, your physical body. But this 5 of orbs, this mind games, this telling yourself, you know, everything's fine, even though it's hurting you and you're not looking at what you really need to nurture yourself. This is upended like this. It's coming undone. It's letting go of it. The Seeker of Crystals, the Page of Pentacles, is trying to get this new concept. Right? You're letting go of these ideas that poison you, that you have to do this, you have to do that. You're just gonna, I'll take a break next week, I'll exercise next week, I'll eat healthier next week. To like, oh, maybe, yeah, I probably should actually get on this. But this is actually bringing in this tower, and it's a low-grade tower. It's not explosive. It's like you can see the walls starting to buckle, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this now. But these other cards are all coming in. The Hanged Man. Like, you need to hold up before you try to move forward all the way. You have to wait Don't do anything right now, because you have to rest first. If you haven't been upkeeping your personal earth, which is your body, it needs rest before you can do any weird new shit to it. You have to ease it. The tower is upside down because it has to be eased in. It has to... It's like slow motion destruction and rebuild. Right? Rome wasn't built in a day. And the reason that the Fool is upside down is because you have to go through that waiting period. It's like the universe is giving you a background check, but the directive is coming from your highest level masculine core. And I think really it's the power grid in the solar plexus, that gut energy center, that needs to be cleansed. You know, I would suggest that if you're getting this, you probably need to change your diet to begin with, to really get into that restorative healing energy. So this isn't to make anybody miserable or make them feel like they're stuck. It's to say, when you do rest, this higher portion of yourself is going to give you new information. When your energy gets restored, then you'll have this ability to start to move forward and learn how to take care of yourself better, and that way you can take care of everything around you and in your life better, and be in this area where you're co-creating with the earth. Nine and 5 is 14, so that's balance. Okay? Now, hopefully that made sense if you picked that pile, because I don't really want to say anything else about it right now. This is something that's been going on for a really long time. It's something that's been happening on a grand scale across the global population for many, many millennia. And it's not going to be fixed overnight. That's why we have to, lose a turn here with this no and the rest and the retreat and the Fool inverted. All right, look at this pyramid, right? We have all this energy coming in. We have these broken edifices. And that tower inverted is the chariot not moving. We have this empty thing here that looks like train tracks. So what I'm saying here is that this is something that isn't going to happen instantly. You're not going to lose 100 pounds tomorrow. You're not going to have, clear skin and perfect teeth next week. It takes time. You gotta prop your broken leg up and let the bones reconstitute and fuse together and all that. So it's gonna take a while to heal yourself, and because you're a microcosm of the earth, taking care of yourself boosts the energy for the world little bit by little bit. And the King of Wands is that when he's in the upright, he's that family man. He's the father, the protector, the husband kind of guy. He's warm and caring and providing. Now the King of Pentacles energy is a little bit it's a little bit more practical. The King of Rods is a little bit more of a visionary. He has more ability to see into the future, to create new pathways instead of nurturing what's already there. Alright, so we have the Trilobite there. Alright, now I forgot to say what decks I was using at the beginning. So we have the Work Your Light Oracle, Kyra Marchetti Legacy deck, Thoth deck, Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, Morgan Greer, and the Syrian Starseed Tarot. Okay. No, the camera. Come here. Okay. All right. If you, I can't tell if that's. Okay, that's a little better. If you want to get a reading, the full list of readings is in the description box of my infomercial video, which is linked below this one, or you can email me, thecatcamebackatcamp@gmail.com, and I will also get you that list of readings. All of this contact information for prints, merch, coloring books, actual art products, such as in my catalog itself, the readings, payment points, contact points are all going to be in that description box of the infomercial video or via email. If you want to donate, that's PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, all CATtheMinion. I would encourage you to like, share, and subscribe. I want to take the time to thank people for donations and purchasing readings, both previously, currently, and in the future. I hope you take the time also to check out my playlists, because I have different kinds of things going on my channel. I have astrological things, the pick-a-piles. I have some samples of readings that I do in a list by itself. I have channelings of disincarnate beings in a playlist that are infrequent because I don't go out seeking them. They come and bother me when they want to say something. And I also have plastic crack, which is, you know, dolls, figurines, knickknacks, and plastic things such as plastic. What other playlists do I have? I have some art stuff. I'm probably going to redo it at some point because they're not very good, but I have a tutorial on how to make one of these if you like burning yourself with hot glue. It's a good time. I have a template for that in the list of things somewhere, so do get that. I'm giving away 2 free JPEGs from my coloring books. That's one from each book for anybody who is bored or stressed out in social distancing and quarantine and needs something to do. So email me and I'll get you those free things. You can print them out or color them in on your device. We will see you next time. Bye! Bye, everybody. See you later.